The hands of Skylar, though, that's the big concern.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn for game number 2. DEWA United. They need to equalize here or RRQ will take them down 2-0 and a clean sweep to claim upper bracket glory.
The coup d'etat continues. Will RRQ be able to end the coup d'etat, or will DEWA United force the series on towards a game 3?
The question here is, in the early game, with the superior crowd control and laners for RRQ, what can they find? In game 1, they were desperately trying to snowball even harder, but it was all denied from the side of DEWA United. In this lane, the Yutong is going to be a lot more dangerous, but man, oh!
The flicker, Earth Shatter will wreak off havoc, but no! What will claim a kill himself first before taken down?
Arashi.
Calculation there.
Yeah, Naomi fell, but I mean, it's still worth it here, right? Skylar gets a kill, Watt gets a kill, but Skylar shoves the wave. So he loses the entirety of that wave. I think he should get just a bit, but let's take a look at the emblems here. Let's get a bit of a refresher.
Well, cotton charges for RRQ. They're trying to make sure that they get ahead. They find ways to advance, but for DEWA United, it's a bit more standard, a bit more defensive. They know that RRQ has a lot of aggression built in already. The mid lane matchup is where it gets a bit curious as well. Both these laners have a very put your spell down, wave clears itself approach to the mid lane. So I think the roamer here becomes highlighted even more. So the Shaka-Naomi duel continues all throughout game 1 into game 2.
And with the lead, we know what Skylar can do. He was given so much space in game number 1. I think DEWA with this Cho pick, that's what they're trying to achieve, right? They're trying to cut down on the space that was given to Skylar. But for the rest of the team, it remains the same. Dyron has that Black Dragon form.
Yep, Dragon form here to zone out members. DEWA United will not be able to enter the fight, but Last Insanity will be popped. First 6, good retry, good taunt as well. Oh, Anaya survives. Dixon now flickering out of the way.
Wait,
Dyron in the back line will fall in the hands of Keys. It's a trade, a kill for Eternal.
Wow. DEWA United able to just actually trade it out 1 for 1 then, yeah? A turtle for a kill, Arashi.
A bit of a disconnect, it seems. Some members of RRQ were still moving forward. Ferrasic was still using that decimation, but there wasn't the combined follow-up. But Skylar steals with a gold buff away from the side of DEWA. And yeah, I think RRQ needs to be a bit more concise here, because DEWA is showing again that you may have the advantage right now, but if you're careless, we can turn this around. Yo, hang on, Mirko. You gotta cut it out, man.
I mean, I also said something else, but it's fine, it's fine.
Let's see again. Good engage. Oh, Naomi gets jumped on now. Mystic Gush to provide cover. And with that Mystic Gush, DEWA United Esports will not move onwards.
It's gonna be a bit difficult, especially with the crowd control. Whoa!
Oh, Shaco good. Shanpo. What here? Okay, Echo revealing 3. Shaco moving again. No gap closer here whatsoever. DEWA United Esports and RRQ. They're that even economy-wise here.
That was really unfortunate for RRQ, man. They went for never mind.
Wow.
What Naomi just failed the onward Earthshatter combo because it was too close to the wall. But Fersic just finds that kill. Sheko taken out. Look at the wave clear speed, man. Immediately finish a fight, clear wave, go find something else. Never a dull moment in this game from both these teams.
My God, so active, so fast-paced. And look at him, already actively shoving Watt back of his own lane, and Skylar will have a massive advantage now. It's a whole level, I believe, right after the turtle gets taken. And right now, it's not really looking good for DEWA for this turtle take. It looks like they still want to try to contest it, though. They have the confidence in Lanaya.
Let's see. RRQ in control of the turtle. Echo and Black Dragon form here has been popped. Retribution now. This time will fall to the hands of DEWA United. Good Wave Dragon on towards Naomi. Dyron now. Very low lifesteal will not save him. He's securing the kill. RRQ lost 2 members. DEWA United, they move onwards. The purple buff now invaded. Skylar, a 2v1, a 3v1 situation may be. Seems like he wants to clear the minions top lane. Lanaya will be able to find the retreat and gets Well, not Retro. Will find the last hit all towards that purple.
That's the strength of the Fredrin, man. When you leave him open, when Naomi isn't able to chain CC Lanaya, these last hits favor the Fredrin so much. And oh, whoa, Watt's got that gold buff. Arashi, let's take a look at this matchup. We expected the Irithel to have a bigger lead than this.
I think the laning phase, the Irithel is still a lot stronger. In a team fight though, the fact that the carry outputs so much damage means that if only Dyron alone is trying to zone him away in the backline, he gets shredded really, really fast. So until he gets a few more items here, right? He's going for an aggressive item for his first build. His first core item is probably a Hunter Strike. But afterwards, he's gonna go, or a War Axe. But afterwards, he needs to go for some tankiness to ensure that the carry can't just melt him down, because that's the weakness of a hero that can't be crowd controlled, right? You're moving forward, you're still moving, but you're taking way too much damage.
That's the case here. I mean, DEWA have a pretty good kiting composition, right, with the X-Borg. And I think we need to talk a little bit. Wait. I saw a little bit of a move up top, but it's Dixon here who we're going to get to see on his prediction for, game number 2. Even more than game number 1. 93%, add one more.
Echo reveals still. Top lane turret will be the target here. Watt shreds like it's cheese.
He is just making that rotation earlier. This is the weakness, the difference, right? Gore does more damage, but the Novaria has so much more mobility due to the Astral Recall. He's gonna get caught though. That's Watt taking a ton of damage from only 2 spells. It's a 5v5. We're gonna see who has the better engage yet again.
It's all about Naomi. If he's able to lock Lanaya down.
Retreat battle will be won by Dixon. There, Dyron jumps in with the Black Dragon for good catch. Dixon falls. Take a look at the Primal Wrath now. In the backside though, good catch on towards Skyler. No fall damage in the top lane though. It's gonna be 1v2, Lanaya and Dyron first take.
Whoa!
They're running. Watts is read in the back lane. Dyron falls. Golden recovery by DEWA United. At the end of the day, it's a 1-for-1, but then again, Dixon gets the turtle.
So it's worth for DEWA. They got the turtle and a kill. It's both of the XP laners too, but Dyron's technically 0-3. What happened, Arashi? Game 1 MVP to game 2 now. He's playing full utility.
He's being used to completely zone away and pressure the backline of DEWA United. But as we mentioned, it's a bit too squishy. And the carry, even though it's vulnerable, it's short range, it's just, unexpectedly good at kiting. And look at the damage, man. The all-ins are definitely still dangerous. And now, with Watt doing well, still ahead in the lane, he can kite very efficiently with this carry, man. Built-in slow, built-in dashes on a relatively short cooldown. RRQ needs to do something extra if they want to catch him, and he has the Purify as well.
And the power spike now is finally hit, right, for Watt. He has a golden staff. He doesn't have a DHS, by the way, so he's actually rushed the golden staff, and now he's building towards that DHS. Once he gets these 3 items, that's it. Those are the only 3 offensive items that a carry needs. Meanwhile, Dixon.
No, he's caught now. X-Borg though, man. Now it will deal damage. Naomi has immortality, but it seems like he will lose it. Last Insanity to secure that immortality, and let's see. Naomi will not be able to escape Primal Wrath pop.
Whoa.
He's trying to juke. Whoa. It seems like the damage will be more than enough. Their 3-man was on him, and he wasn't able to take that penetration.
Stayed alive for quite long, the Kingdom's Falcon there, but unfortunately DEWA did him dirty, man. It was a 3v1. Couldn't have outplayed that as an Edith Rome. But let's take it slower again. Lanaya is trying to actually go for the steal, but he decides not to. Lanaya will have the retribution. Shako!
Good Jet Kundo flicker on towards the right members. The Lemon falls. First Sig though will find the trade.
Wow.
Lemon for Shako.
That's the signature pick. That's the Cho for Shako. We've been doubting it. We haven't seen it. When we get to see it, he does that against Lemon.
And they know that Lemon had no flicker because he used it to escape from Lanaya in the previous fight. Showing again why the Novaria is just so much more flexible. Don't really have to sit around there, but watch!
Flicker onward. Keys will fall. First Sig finding the Mega. DEWA United looking for a trade. Does not get it. It seems like RRQ, economy-wise, they're not far ahead.
It's the Roamer battle. It's Shako versus Naomi. Naomi finds a pick onto the mid lane. Shako did it earlier. And now it's just all about that. Shako or Naomi.
In a Lord Death situation, though, the miss
yet popped here. Seems like the Lord at
Skylar.
12,000 HP. Skylar in the mid. Ooh, almost taken down there for nothing. Now Naomi soaking damage. Sversik, awkward angle. Last Insanity, everything will be put on towards him as Kaze finds the shutdown. 5v4 without a retry. RRQ, they need to pull back.
Oh my goodness. DEWA United, they saw that opening. Skylar went in way too aggressively with no vision. Arashi, what was he trying to achieve there?
He might be trying to be a bit sneaky, right? If he can get to the back line and stand behind Watt and Keys and just output that damage, that is where Irithel truly shines, because she's a bit of an assassin in that sense because of her mobility. But if you get caught like that, I don't think the risk was worth the reward. Player's gold here by Ube as gold though. Skylar on top, but what a very close second. And Lemon all the way down there compared to Keys. He is not having a great time.
I like how you put it, right? The Irithel, kind of an assassin, how she wants to attack from different angles, but in that scenario, Watt was the assassin on the carry, right? He was the one waiting, and he was the one who pulled the trigger, forcing Skylar back. So it's also the battle of these killer instinctual marksmen, gold laners, not just the pick-off roamers. And we're getting a big show here into the mid lane. They're trying to utilize these empowered minions.
Yep, they're trying to poke Naomi down as the mid-tier 1 falls. What? 3 hitting in the backside, and take a look at this. Last Insanity on towards 3, and what? He finds the kill there. The Shuriken hits, and this is the signal to go ahead. DEWA United here. They're going at it.
Gotta talk about Kaze. Kaze has been unreal. Game 1 and Game 2. These snipes, these astral spheres have been super impressive and super accurate. I would love to have like a counter of how many astral spheres he hits. What's the percentage on that? Because it's like he just threads the needle every single time.
And it doesn't help that RRQ have to just stay in the front, right? Even if Fersik has mobility, have movement speed, and a bit of a mini dash with the Mortal Coil, it's not enough to really juke out the Astral Sphere. And on that note, no one on the side of RRQ has the disposable repositioning tool, and look at that.
Good way of Dragon, and Darren gets taken out. Last Insanity now on towards 2 members. Still A-OK. What? Whoa, he got stunned. Dixon, though, will fall and lose his immortality. Will be taken out? Yes.
Nope.
Versik will find no. Lemon will secure that kill. It's a 1-for-1. Well, 1-for-2. As Shaco falls as well.
Another well-played skirmish. It's just both these teams slugging it out, and it's just coming down to the mechanics at this point, right? DEWA, flashy, Shaco gets the pick, and then RRQ counter-initiate so well. Even Skylar, we were questioning his moves there, but it ultimately worked out. It's the battle of limitations.
The battle of Word of Natures as well is the meta in the current marksman game. Here's an instant replay though. All began with the kick. Of course, a great pick-off, but they are absorbing all the damage coming in from that Mystic Gush. And right after that, the stun lands on 2. Skylar makes a very aggressive move, knowing that one is an X-Burg, the other is a Fredrin. Not a lot of burst damage, and they secure a kill, but look at the damage traded back in just a split second. It's always dangerous in this game.
Okay, quick check of the items now. Looking back, Watt has been in nature, Skylar doesn't. That could be a big win. It's a high-risk move. Whoa, Mr. Gush!
All on towards Dixon, no Viraga armor, but the Lord will be taken out, no problem. Lanaya finds it. Dyron a bit late to the party. Black Dragon form go. They will commit on towards their fight. 2 perimeters. Shaco caught in the front side. Dyron receiving a lot of damage. Will be taken out by Watts. Lemon finds the kill. It's a trade, 1-for-1. It seems like with that, DEWA United Esports, they will win the Lord.
That's a great Lord take, man. We didn't get to see the Lord take that much, but DEWA played it really well, forcing that error. But at this point, I have to ask you, Arashi, I think for DEWA, or for RRQ rather, it's better to lose Dyron than it is to lose Naomi, yeah?
I would say so. Naomi has a bit more damage to give out in the late stage of the game right here, and it's a lot of crowd control as well. Skylar, though, taking a lot of damage. The Astral Echo is popped up. Dixon!
Lance Insanity will try to distract the members. Lord Chalk is claiming the base turret, but what? Finds the marksman. He gets unstoppable.
I mean, for once, I think the Watt wasn't for Watt, it was for Skylar. Jumping aggressively with no one in nature. We just mentioned this, Arashi. What a risky move!
And only it wasn't even for that worth of a kill, in my opinion. Now, DEWA United in a 5v4 will try and get even more resources, but they have to be worried about the wave clear coming in from the alien. Mystic Gush will help with the clearing attempts. Skylar back on the field, but that cannot be repeated, man. DEWA will punish it yet again.
Mid lane turret now, the target. Dixon trying to zone out the members, but it will fall here. Good onwards, on towards Lanaya. Even though the follow-up damage wasn't really there. The Kings of Kings, they're still defending here as DEWA United, they have established a 4,000 gold lead.
It's 2 base turrets. That's a lead, a massive one. This 4,000 gold lead, it's deceiving because that's 2 base turrets.
And you add to that the fact that the mid turret for DEWA is still standing strong. That means there's a lot more control, a lot more safety in the jungles as well. Damage dealt here, Keys still on top, Skylar has caught up. And Dixon is actually doing more damage than Watt in the situation, so he's played this X-Borg to its full potential. But we saw without the Wind of Nature, Skylar can't really do these risky maneuvers that he needs to do to really get ahead. He's going for a full-on damage build, but that means that RRQ need to be a lot more coordinated and land the crowd control and lock down Watt so he can go for a 50-50 trade.
I mean, at this point, it's just really hard. I think for Skylar, he doesn't want to go for a full damage build. He technically wants to sell boots, I think, for the Wind of Nature, right? That makes more sense. But I think maybe the different approach would be, why do I build Wind of Nature? I'm up against true damage on what? I'm against magic damage and hybrid damage from Dixon, right? So technically, we can get to see why there's no Wind of Nature. It's kind of already neutralized. It would be a wasted slot. And now it gets scary because RRQ are forced back to just their kingdom. That's their base. They have to pull off a crazy siege defense because DEWA are knocking on the castle doors.
They're banking on DEWA United and making a mistake here. With the information that Irithel is bottom lane, they're trying to commit here. There you go, first 6 shows. Dixon follows. And with that, they will not be able to do it. Good Mystic Gush. Dixon loses his Viraga armor. First sec trying to use the Mortal Coil to move east low. Concealed by both teams. RRQ and Skylar here. Looking for an angle perhaps, but no. Lord controlled fully by DEWA United Esports. Jacko in the mid bush, crucial bush. He's controlling.
Wow.
They're taking their time. The damage from Watt is impeccable.
How did he do that much damage? Was he stacking it up in the minion waves in the mid lane, the golden staff and the DHS and the corrosion?
No, because he his ultimate.
Just ultimate. Wow, that was impressive. You'd usually think, hey, normal marksman don't hit without vision, right? Naomi can pick you off, but Watt was like, nah, bro, I'm different.
It's a risky move. If he went for that play and now he jumps on him instead and Lemon was in the area, that's a deleted carry for sure. Skylar though has built the Wind of Nature, but as you mentioned, Mirko, he's up against a ton of true damage from the X-Borg, from the carry, and with this Lord, can RRQ defend? They have the high ground, but DEWA can very easily dive in the back.
DEWA United Esports knocking on the kingdom's door. Dixon Lanaya trying to look for an angle. First stick here, quite damaged, but the Mystic Gush will take care of the Lord, no problem. Minion bottom lane is coming down. It seems like DEWA United does not pull the trigger just yet. Chaco, conceal. Looking for the right opening, does not find it. The mid minions here will be futile. DEWA United though, again, playing the patient game. Dixon not having enough Viraga armor. What? Whoa, that's a free hit almost there towards the base. But RRQ, they're holding on okay. DEWA United again, keeping the tension here. Good echo, revealing 5. It seems like with that RRQ, they manage to clear the wave.
You don't push the kings in their kingdom because they know how to defend a siege. What a masterful defense by RRQ, but also for DEWA. It feels like their composition works for fights and works for fights outside of this base, right? They cannot necessarily dive in without risking the game.
When a proper front to back, that's where the base becomes such a good bastion of defense. because you have your back covered by the base. That means heroes like the Gord now in this scenario does more damage, has more security than the with this carry, can sneak it so fast. I feel like RRQ will try and do something crazy before that happens.
Mystic Gush to decrease the armor. Lanaya providing cover. Tease Shaco here on the manhunt as well. Magic Sentry popped. Does not really find anyone. That's info. DEWA United Esports, they're on the bottom side of the map.
Now that we are getting to a position where it's a stalemate, DEWA can't end without getting a fight. RRQ can't really push forward, can they? What are we waiting for here, Arashi? What's going to be the trigger?
The Lord.
Oh,
it has to be.
Jeez.
Or a burst.
Yeah.
Or a one-shot maybe, man. But yes, this is where the Lord becomes such a great tool. The reason why the game makes sense is when you turn like this and you have an advantage from the base, that's where the team that has been patiently waiting and holding control outside can just take that Lord and then use it to break it open. Now it's up, and I don't think RRQ have the wave set up to try and contest. They might just go for a fight here and bank on the base defense once more.
They're letting Watts do the dirty work. Naomi.
Soaking damage. Shaco Lanaya will try to provide cover as Watt is just melting the Lord. But Last Insanity pop here already. Oh, take a look at First Stick. Loses his immortality. Take a look at the collapse here. Lixin also loses immortality, but Watts in the backside. He's going crazy. DEWA United re-engage. Shaco loses immortality. And it seems like DEWA, it's a 5v4 situation. Lord resetted, but with the men advantage, DEWA United Esports will guarantee the Lord.
Welcome to MPL Indonesia Season 12. Ladies and gentlemen, these fights are going by the wire, Shaco!
Good alley-oop. Naomi now Primal Wrath defensively. But what? Wow, focus there.
Wow.
Helping the Lord, and there you go. DEWA United Esports claims the fourth Lord of the game.
I feel like RRQ, they're just not utilizing this Yuzong pick as well as they should be, man. Diamond always comes in, but a bit too deep, essentially, taking damage from everyone. And the fact is that Dixon, on the other hand, is just stalling everyone from following up on the dive towards the back line. Either they go for an even messier fight and end up behind DEWA United, or they can't really let the Black Dragon form be used to go deep. But now DEWA United goes for the end.
The Kingslayers are looking for the end. The base wide open. Ladies and gentlemen, DEWA United again looking for a fight. Diamond gets taken out. And with that in mind, folks, we will see a game of 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will go to another full game series to get to the last conclusion, the climax of Season 12. After all we've been through, did you really